Fear is a simple, powerful, and deeply human emotion. It alerts us to potential danger. Think of it as your own personal alarm system, a built-in mechanism to keep you safe. When you touch a hot stove, your body pulls back instantly. That reaction is fear, the fear of getting burned. This feeling is not your enemy. It's a primal instinct, a gift from nature that helped humanity survive. It tells you to look both ways before crossing the street and to be cautious when walking alone at night. So the first step in conquering fear is to understand it. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're alive and your body is working as it should. This alarm system can sometimes be a little too sensitive. It can go off when there is no real immediate danger. You might feel fear when you have to give a speech, go on a first date, start a new job. These situations aren't life-threatening, are they? Yet your heart might pound and your palms sweat as if facing a hungry lion. Understanding this distinction is the key to taking back control. So stop being angry at your fear. Stop feeling ashamed of it. Instead, thank it for trying to protect you. Do you ever feel like you are the only one who is scared? Do you look at other people and think they have it all figured out? They seem so confident, so brave, so fearless. Well, I am here to tell you a secret. Everyone feels fear. Yes, everyone. The successful CEO you admire is afraid. The brilliant artist whose work you love is afraid. The charismatic speaker who commands the stage is afraid. The only difference between them and someone who is stuck is how they handle their fear. They have learned that fear is just part of the deal when you are living a full and expansive life. They have accepted it as a constant companion. You are not alone in your feelings. This is a truth so profound it can change everything. So often we hide our fears away. We put on a brave face for the world while inside we are trembling. But the moment you share your fear with a trusted friend, you will likely hear them say, "Me too." In that moment, the fear loses some of its power. It is brought out of the darkness and into the light of shared human experience. Fear wears many different masks. It can be loud and obvious, or it can be a subtle, quiet whisper in the back of your mind. Some of the most common fears are easy to name. The fear of heights, the fear of spiders, the fear of enclosed spaces. Many people share a fear of public speaking, flying, going to the dentist. These are specific, situational fears, surface level. Beneath these surface fears lie deeper, more fundamental fears. These fears drive much of our behavior, often without us realizing it. Think about public speaking. Is it really about the act of speaking, or is it about being judged, looking foolish, forgetting your words and being laughed at? Let's dig even deeper. Underneath those layers sits the biggest fear of all, the core fear at the root of everything, the fear that you can't handle it. But here is the most liberating truth. You can handle it. You are still here. You are still standing. You are stronger and more resilient than you think. When fear takes hold, it is not just a thought in your head. It is a full-body experience that can feel completely overwhelming. Your brain's ancient alarm system, the amygdala, kicks into high gear. It floods your body with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Fight, flight, freeze. It is a brilliant survival mechanism if you are being chased by a predator, but not so helpful when you're about to give a presentation. Your body prepares for intense physical action, even when the threat is purely psychological. That's why fear feels so physical. Heart racing, faster blood to muscles, quick shallow breathing, sweaty palms, dilated pupils, stomach tied in knots. Digestion slows, dizzy or lightheaded, mind racing, scanning for danger. These sensations are intense and uncomfortable. They can be frightening, creating a cycle of fear about the feeling itself. Break the cycle, recognize what's happening. Awareness is the first step to calming the storm inside. One of the most profound discoveries you can make is that you have a choice in how you respond to fear. So often, we operate from a position of pain and helplessness. We feel like victims of our circumstances and our fears. The world feels like a scary place, and we feel small and powerless within it. In this mindset, we say things like, "I can't help it. It's just the way I am." Now imagine a different way of being. Imagine shifting into a position of power and choice. This is the creator mindset. From this place, you acknowledge the challenges and fears, and you see them as opportunities. You ask questions like, what can I do about this? What can I learn from this? You can always control how you respond. This shift from victim to creator is the single most important step you can take to conquer fear. It is a decision you make, a conscious choice to take back your power. This simple question can unlock incredible strength within you. You are the active creator of your life. The thought of conquering a big fear can be completely paralyzing. If you are afraid of public speaking, the idea of giving a keynote address to 1,000 people is terrifying. If you are afraid of water, the thought of swimming across a lake seems impossible. This is because we try to leap from where we are to the final goal in one giant bound. But that is not how courage is built. Courage is built one small, manageable step at a time. The secret to overcoming any fear is to break it down into the tiniest possible pieces and then tackle the very first one. You just have to be willing to take one small step. This approach is sometimes called graded exposure. It is a gentle and effective way to teach your nervous system that what you fear is not actually dangerous. Let's go back to the fear of public speaking. What is the absolute smallest step you could take? Maybe it is just writing down one idea for a speech. That's it. The next day, maybe you can read that idea out loud to yourself in an empty room. A few days later, perhaps you can read it to your dog, read it to a trusted friend. Each step is so small that it feels doable. With each tiny step you take, you are achieving a small victory. They build your confidence and prove to you that you can, in fact, handle it. Just focus on taking that very first, very small, very brave step today. You can do it. Stories are powerful. They inspire us and show us what is possible. When we hear about someone else who has faced a great fear and come out stronger on the other side, it gives us hope. It makes us believe that we can do it too. Let me share a story about a woman named Clara, who had a deep-seated fear of driving on the highway. For years, this fear had limited her life. She turned down job opportunities, she missed family events, she felt trapped in her small town. One day, Clara decided she had had enough. She was tired of fear being in charge. She decided to shift into her creator mindset. She started with the smallest possible step. For 1 week, she simply sat in her car in the driveway with the engine on, imagining herself calmly driving to the highway entrance ramp. The next week, she drove to the end of her street and back. It was a tiny victory, but she celebrated it. The following week, she drove to the entrance ramp of the highway, then immediately took the exit to come back home. Her heart was pounding, but she had done it. Clara continued this process for months. A year later, Clara accepted a new job in a city an hour away. Her morning commute was on the very highway that had once terrified her. She still felt a little flutter of nerves some mornings, but it no longer controlled her. She felt the fear and did it anyway. As we come to the end of our journey together, I want to leave you with a final, radical thought. What if fear is not a curse but a gift? What if every time you feel fear, it is actually a wonderful opportunity? Fear is an indicator, a compass pointing you toward where you need to go to grow. It appears on the boundary between your comfort zone and the life you were meant to live. Without fear, you would remain stagnant. Never try anything new, never take a risk, never discover your strength and resilience. Fear is the price of admission. Full life, vibrant life, expanding life. Every time you face a fear and take action, you expand your world. Things that once seemed terrifying become manageable, then they become normal. What changed was Clara. She grew bigger than her fear. This is the promise on the other side of fear. Each time you push through it, you become larger. The power to create a life of courage, joy, freedom is already within you. Now claim it, feel the fear, and go live your life anyway. You are ready.